Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we got kind of an old one. We got the Transformers Studio Series 51. We are on like 116 at this point. But we got the Studio Series 51 Dark of the Moon Soundwave. Now the reason we got this guy here today is because my one that I used to have originally is a little screwed up and they re-released him, so I thought I might as well just pick him up. So yeah, that's why we're here today, but I do got some reviews coming of figures that I have not checked out on this channel before, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you're notified when those come, and let's take a look at the box. So taking a quick look at the box art, it's pretty basic if you used to have some of those older Studio Series figures. You know, it's very familiar. It's very familiar even to today's standards. You know, you got the render and the number on the side. Gonna miss the number, I'm not gonna lie. I wish they kept that. But on the box, nothing crazy. He looks shockingly gray in this for some reason and not silver, I find very interesting. This won't stay closed, by the way, it's a little annoying. On the other side, just a full render. And then on the inside, it's just the African Safara backdrop. I'm not going to show that since this is kind of like a re-review. So let's check out the actual figure. So taking a look at Soundwave here, he is shiny. That is one word to use on him. I love all this chrome. It definitely fits, because if they had just done this as a gray figure, I don't think it would have been very good. So let's put Laserbeak off to the side here for a second and take a look at some of these details. Head sculpt looks pretty good. I mean, it's nothing to any measures of crazy, especially with modern Studio Series. It is rubber, which is a little annoying, probably for safety because of this. But I love how they actually managed to get the wheels up here. That is a very big accomplishment for me. And I love how the chest actually splits. I mean, I guess that I get that that's a given, but I don't know. Sometimes Studio Series can be lazy. A lot of details down here at the arms. Love those. Love those. Even got the speakers on the side here, which again are a must, but sometimes Studio Series does get lazy. Little bit of a backpack, but it's nothing extreme. There might even be a way to take it off. I'm trying to see. I don't think there is without breaking it, but yeah. Legs, they got like the Michael Bay classic, almost like chicken leg like design. I don't know if you want to call this kibble, but it does kind of limit the articulation the way that this foot is. But we got some nice silver detailing on the legs as well. Even on the inside, there's a little bit of a gap, and then right there for transformation, obviously, but it's nothing too bad, especially to understand that this is not a new Studio Series figure. This is a figure that came out, I think, in 2019. So, but there's a lot of details on the feet here too, which we love to see. Let's take a look at his accessories. So turning to accessories, it's a little lackluster. It's just this Laserbeak. I do wish he was painted silver as well to kind of match it, because he does kind of stick out like a sore thumb. He has that's about as much articulation as you can do. You can bend the wings, but they won't stay. This is actually my old laser beam for this figure, because when I opened the box for the new one, this is what I was met with, and it's like bent. So let me try and focus on that there. But yeah, no, it won't focus, but it was very, there we go. It was very bent, so I can't really fix that. I thought about complaining to Hasbro, but it wasn't worth it. But yeah, it's just the only accessory he comes with. He can peg in at 2 spots here. Underneath each of these arms, there is this nice little post that he can kind of just sit onto. Just like so. And then on the back, I might have to unfold it real quick. I think I'll have to show you guys in vehicle mode, but he can peg on by doing this. It almost looks like he's flying with Soundwave. So let's just go in for some comparisons real quick. Alright, turning to Soundwave's articulation, it's a little outdated, but it is nothing bad. Can we focus? There we go. It's nothing horrible. So head can go up, down-ish, can look left to right, although it's very, very limited, and he cannot tilt. Arms can go out to about there, a little bit past 90-degree bend right there. I don't know, you might just call that 90. No waist swivel, but they can kind of move in and out a little bit if you move that. So there is that to it. They can also go freely 360. I don't think there's a waist swivel. Yeah, no waist swivel. and a kick up two bat there, which is a good degree. 90-degree knee bend, and thigh swivel a little bit. You can kind of see that there is one, but it's like not super impressive. The toes can go forward because of transformation, but there is no ankle tilt, so this guy definitely has some sacrifices, but it's definitely nothing bad. This is an older Pseudo Series figure, so I mean, it's definitely nothing bad, but it's not great. Alright, just for a little bonus content here, on the right is my new one that I just got, and here is, I guess, what's left of my old one. You can probably see why I got a new one here. These don't clip in anymore. They kind of just move around freely. These sections are completely gone. Legs are super loose. So, definitely was needed to upgrade. The backpack's even looser than usual. Definitely not a good thing. So, yeah, that was a pretty decent problem here. That's why I got a new one. So yeah, this thing's definitely gonna be this. I might even throw this guy away. I usually kind of just like keep them and I like throw them in a bucket, but I might just throw this guy away since I got the better version. I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right, for a deluxe size comparison, this is pretty spot on. We got the, yeah, it's technically the 2007 Bumblebee, but pretty much the same design throughout. But I mean, this is pretty spot on. You know, I mean, he kind of just like walked in there like and like that and just blew his head off. So I mean, this is, I mean, if the movie's anything to go off of, this is pretty freaking accurate. So yeah, I've definitely seen Pseudo Series do way worse. Turning to some Voyager comparisons, here he is next to the 2000 Starscream again. Like I said, he is different in the movie, but you know, same kind of size. And while there's a very short time where we see these guys together on screen, I do wish Starscream got more screen time in Dark of the Moon. But while there's a very short time where we see these guys together, I mean, Soundwave is pretty small compared to Megatron, and he's pretty accurate to Megatron. So I'm gonna take a guess that this is probably pretty accurate. For another quick comparison, here is the Baver Soundwave compared to the G1 Soundwave from Legacy. And I mean, obviously, it's not like we see these guys together or anything. This is kind of just to show, you know, it's kind of crazy to think how much this design has changed over the years. I mean, no visor, the head looks completely different. On a lot of these guys, you can at least see some similarities, but this guy, not quite. And I have very mixed feelings on it. I love G1 Soundwave, but this one also looks pretty freaking cool. One final size comparison here is Soundwave compared to the Dark of the Moon Megatron, and this is like near spot on. Soundwave, like I said, was very short in the movie for some reason. I don't know what the design choice was, maybe so he could like rival Bumblebee, but he was very short in the movie, and so this is pretty spot on to what we saw. I mean, I need to get my Megatron fixed. He has to be kind of slouching because he's seen better days, so it's a little bit shorter than he would be standing at his full height, but this is still pretty accurate. So turning to transformation, this is fairly simplistic. It's not super complicated, it's not super easy. So the first thing I like to do is you come here, you take these windows, you angle them down, and you just shove the hand right in. Then you get this little thing, you kind of just line it up, and you rotate this, you get that lined up too. It's one arm done. Repeat the exact same process over here. Open that up, slide that in, get that rotate. I'm gonna raise the camera here because that's kind of getting out of frame. Hold on. That should be good. I'm trying to stay in frame here for you guys, but so then get that, put that right there, and you're done with the arms here. Then you kind of just push the foot up, and I'm pretty sure you just rotate it in. Might be wrong though. Maybe. I thought I remember how, oh yeah, there we go. It's just a little stuck. You just get that nice and rotated in. You want to keep the legs at like this kind of angle here for it'll make the like tabbing everything in a lot easier. Repeat the same process on this side, and you can combine these if you want. It's probably going to get untabbed at some point though. Dang, this is tight tab right here. All right, so you kind of want the legs at like this orientation, because then you're gonna split this guy. You kind of gotta give him a little bit of a yank. maybe. Oh, there we go. Got them pegged here. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, let's just rotate these down here. Okay. I don't know. Wow, this is a tight little squeeze right here. I'm trying to be careful here, but dang. Oh, holy! There we go. Whew. Yeah, just pulls down right down the middle. I don't know why it was so hard. I would recommend rotating these real quickly, or else they're going to be absolute nightmare. I mean, they're already kind of hard to rotate right now. They are going to be even more nightmarish if you don't rotate them now. I promise you. I promise you. Just get this done. Oh, yep. See, this one's already popping off. I remember these were never too fun. I guess just click that back in. I mean, I guess if you have to pop them off and you're not too worried about the ball joint, then just do that. But we got that here. Go ahead and for right now, I think you just leave it like that. Unfold the backpack here. Might have to move some stuff for the clearance. Just like so. Doesn't really tab in anywhere, it kind of just rests. So you just got to make sure you get everything else nice and tabbed in, which means we're just going to come over here and push all this in. It's not, yeah, I always struggle with this guy here, but you should get to like right here. Do the exact same thing on the other side. We're learning this together right now. I'm just doing this based off of pure memory right now. So we are quite literally learning this together. Come on, untag. Dang, this thing is not one. Thank you. So, I'm trying to figure out how you put this, where you, like the orientation. I think it's like that actually, where it's like facing down there, and then you just plug that in. Come to the other side, moment of truth, maybe? Yep, there you go. Yep, see, it's gonna plug in. So it's gotta be like, the thing's gotta be like right there. I know, I'm a great teacher, aren't I? But then you kind of push the head back and you just, you actually wanna push it forward here. And then, you just need to, yeah. It's not the perfect fit, but it does work. Let's get that rotated up top, and then you just pull this whole assembly kind of up here. I gotta move everything around a little bit to get it to actually click in. Be very careful because this is still silver paint. So unless you want a ton of paint chipping, be careful. But then you're done. Nah, I know I'm a great teacher, but that's, yeah. So, taking a look at Soundwave, who transforms into this really nice, officially licensed Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, I think? 2011 SLS AMG, I think that's what it is. But it is definitely a very nice looking car. I love that they actually decked it out in silver instead of like just doing like dark gray paint or light gray paint. Very glad that they ended up doing that, because I have seen people, Series do way worse on it. So very glad to see that they did that. Like I said earlier, you can put Laserpeak on there. There's a small tab up here, small tab on the bottom of Laserpeak. This just pegs in like so. I'm trying to see over the camera here. There you go. It looks dumb, but it almost looks like he's flying with Soundwave. So I mean, I guess we will take what we can get. You know, nothing is ever going to be perfect. So yeah. Now, reverse transformation is not very fun either to avoid paint chipping. So what you want to do, kind of just want to pull this down right here. Then you want to kind of like disengage the legs here. Trying to find the best way. Okay, so that's going to be the best way. Just split them down the middle here, and then you can kind of just like unpry them in the door, just like so. Go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. Then we can kind of move everything around here. It's a little hard to get proper clearance, but what I'm just gonna do here is I'm just gonna get the head out real quick. just to make my life a little bit easier. I'm actually gonna push it up for a second here, but there we go. Now we got the clearance here to plug those back in. Those actually plug into a couple of circular ports. You can kind of see them right there. You know, they kind of just plug in right there. It's not a super secure connection, but it works. Then you're gonna want to take this whole section here and plug it right back in, just like so. I don't know if it's it doesn't seem like those tabs are gonna last very long though, I'm not gonna lie. It scared me a little bit here, but then you kind of just bring this foot section and just rotate it up. Bring the actual foot down. Exact same thing here on the other side. Then got to try and find a way to rotate these things around without breaking them off, preferably. Okay, I guess, yeah, let's do that there. You want to try, yeah, you want to try and rotate those without breaking them, but nothing's gonna be that easy with this guy. I'm trying to find out how I can get enough clearance. Oh, can we do it? We're gonna be able to do it? No, probably not. Come on. Yep, every time. It's almost easier to just yank them off and then plug them back on here. Yeah, now you're just left with a T-posing Soundwave. So, like we did earlier, just kind of disengage this here. I don't know why this is being a pain. Dang, how tough is that clicked in there? There we go. Get that disengaged. Bring the arms down. Rotate the hand out. Might be, you have to dig your fingers in there, but rotate that hand right on out. You're done with one half of the arm. Good, that hold out. Again, trying to figure out how to do it safely. Oh, and that's why. Yeah, broke the tab. So, be careful with this. Yeah, it's just great. Does that still peg in enough? I mean, I guess it'll hold in vehicle mode. That's, wow, yeah, absolutely perfect. So yeah, be a little bit more careful with this guy. He does seem to use some very fragile pieces. So I get that out, push that down. Okay, then all we need to do now is just simply rotate the backpack up just like so. So it's almost in this like triangular position here. And then finally, you're done. There's Laserbeak transformed back into his robot mode. So wrapping up my review on this Transformers Studio Series number 51 Dark of the Moon Soundwave, he's definitely a good figure, although he's not one that you can, he's not very like, I don't know how to say it, but like kid friendly. Like you can't just like flip him back and forth without fearing of breaking something. The other problem is the lack of accessories. Obviously only coming with Laserbeak doesn't quite cut it. I do wish he came with at least one of the pistols he used to kill Q and almost kill Bumblebee. But that's not that big of a deal because this guy has a great silver paint job, and I bet you that's where a lot of the budget that could have been used for accessories went, and I'm glad it did, because this guy just, if he was the same gray that Laserbeak is for say, he just wouldn't have looked good. So I'm very glad that they did use the budget over there, but nonetheless, he's definitely a good figure. He is, I'm pretty sure, in stock on Hasbro Pulse and probably other reloaders. You know, he just got a re-release, so he's up, probably fairly easy to get. So if you can, I do recommend getting this guy, especially if you had him beforehand and he might just like not be in good condition. This might be your second chance. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more reviews coming soon. Thank you so much. Goodbye.